This podcast was recording in front of a live stadium audience.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Ooh, welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 66, Move Over Chicken Soup. We got a new cure for the common cold. And we're talking the greatest beer run ever and so much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran, who is super in San Fran right now. He's live at a Giants game. It's Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing?
What's good, y'all? Kush incognito today. We are in the land of Giants, where the Colorado Dwayne Johnsons are currently on the field right now, and they're up 1-0 in the top of the first. It's also Portuguese Heritage Night, so shalom, as they say.
Hello to Cristiano Ronaldo and other such Portuguese people. How you been, other than working on location? How you been?
Yeah, busy, man. Like, been trying to keep everything together. It's a good busy, but yeah. Like, also, we might get interrupted at any minute, so we're being a naughty podcaster today, Mike. Naughty podcaster.
Danger is our middle name. Oh.
Danger, Mike Fish, danger.
While you've been obviously very busy working, like a working man should, got to pay those bills, have you heard the big news from today?
What's the big news today?
Did you hear about the big teaser that dropped today?
You're going to have to be a little more specific, sir. I've been so busy today.
Well, at around about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mr. Ryan Reynolds dropped a teaser trailer, or a little teaser, for Deadpool 3, starring Mr. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Ooh.
I know you're really excited about that. They say that couldn't be done, and I was one of those people. I was like, why would they do it? But they're apparently doing it now. I don't want you to get your hopes up, Mr. Mike Fish.
Too late.
I mean, this is definitely happening, but this could just be a cameo. This could just be like he literally just does the thing where he just walks past in the background, like.
Oh, that's what he did. That's what they did. So
they could do it again.
You haven't seen the teaser, or you haven't seen the teaser, or
I saw it.
You saw it. So yeah, it's perfectly. He's playing Wolverine. I don't care. To be fair, like I've said many times on this show and in private, I want Deadpool and Wolverine to cross paths, even if it is just that you say, like, at some point Deadpool's in a bar and Wolverine's just sitting there and they have like a quick 30-second. I don't know. But
I mean, at the bare minimum, that will happen. At the bare minimum. So I don't want everyone to think like that's the new X-Men movie, bro. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm not expecting Wolverine to be in the entire movie, but you'd think just the way they did it. I reckon he's going to be in it for a couple of minutes. Like maybe even he's like oh my god, we need some extra help, and then he comes in the last 5 minutes or something. But it'll be good. Oh, it'll be fun.
That's what I'm expecting. But we'll see. It's coming out 2024, right?
Yeah, I was too excited. I didn't see the exact date, but yeah, sometime in 2024.
September 2024.
Lovely stuff. And it's all about movies before we get into the main story tonight. I finally saw, I know you reviewed it several episodes, but I finally saw Bullet Train starring Bradley Pitt.
Okay.
I thought it was very good. I thought it was very entertaining. I thought it was a lot of fun. Didn't it get trashed in the...
I didn't give it the best review, and it was just long. It was like 40 minutes too long.
It did go on a little bit, but yeah,
the first 90 minutes is spectacular. It's visually very appealing. Like they're again funny stuff, but just too goddamn long. People.
And in the cross reference, because I can't. You're the man. Did someone score?
I guess so.
So in the cross, who's the guy that directed Bullet Train and Deadpool 2? It's the same guy.
Okay, it's the same guy. I don't know his name.
Oh. David something, I think. Anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, I'd like the fact that there was a little, in Deadpool 2, Brad Pitt makes a little very quick cameo. And then in Bullet Train, Ryan Reynolds makes that little quick cameo in there.
Little cameo.
It was very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Since you're a busy boy and we could get shut down any second now.
They're trying to shut us down, man. They're trying to shut us down.
You can't hold us down, but sort of you can. Let's get into. So, you're a man of the world. You know of Mr. George Carlin, right? You know George Carlin.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.Z. The man famously said in one of my favorite bits, you imagine how stupid the average person is? Just realize that 50% of the people are dumber than them. And no more could that mean more than, have you heard of this new I feel that every time I have to say these three words, or I guess they're two hyphenated words and an extra word, doesn't matter. Something dumb's always going to come of it. But have you heard of this TikTok trend that's been going on apparently? It's going to be it's called new cure for the common cold. It's called the quote unquote the sleepy chicken challenge.
I did hear about this, and I didn't know I wanted to do it until he told me I couldn't do it.
So for those that don't know, and I'm jealous of you, so the quote unquote health trend of the sleepy chicken challenge, which doesn't sound like without even knowing the details of it, if someone said to me, do you want to try the sleepy chicken challenge? No, I'm good. But
I'll have Mike's then. I'll take two.
Yeah, I'm extra peckish today. So this is where, and I love the way this story is. This is from an article from The Sun in the UK talking about American weirdos, but it says where people were supposedly, there's video footage, they did this, boiling chicken in NyQuil. Some people claimed it could be a cure for a cold. However, unsurprisingly, doctors have warned that you should not be braising your chicken, or anything for that matter, in a cold and flu remedy product.
I mean, so first off, the original NyQuil flavor is disgusting. I wouldn't put that on my chicken at all. No. But I might try the orange NyQuil. I might try the cherry NyQuil.
Cherry, orange chicken. Orange chicken.
Orange chicken might be really good. Like, I normally say, Darwinism at its finest. A stupid person is always, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But kind of want to try this recipe, Mike Kush.
No. So
just a little chicken breast, just a little smidge.
So apparently the health implications of this seems pretty obvious to me, but there you go. So Dr. Jeff Foster from the UK said that social media should never be used as a source of medical information. Yes, I agree 100%. He said it tends to bring out the worst in some cases, hence the Darwinian approach of anti-vaxxers. Ooh, easy, Jeff. Let's gonna get some issues. Who obtain their medical quote-unquote research from such sources as Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. The amount of times people come to me and say something as if it's fact, and I go, "Where'd you hear that?" They go, "TikTok." Fuck off.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Also, who are you hanging out with that's on TikTok? Who are these children, Mike Kush?
I'm a 37-year-old married man. Who do you think I'm hanging out with? People who live their life vicariously through others on TikTok and Instagram. So the case of NyQuil chicken, easy. Was he a Formula One driver over there? Jesus. The case of NyQuil chicken is no different. The idea that by saturating any food product in medicine believed that it would be provided, blah, 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 it's stupid and dangerous. So basically, when you cook the NyQuil, obviously it burns off the water and the alcohol in it, leaving it with its just drugs. Don't do that. Drugs are bad. And
I like drugs.
Some drugs are good. I mean, you can use marijuana in cooking things. I've heard cookies and brownies are quite yumptious with such an ingredient. But and saying it's almost like our Dumb World Records segment. It's like a twofold thing. It's like, one, that's incredibly stupid. Why would you do that? And two, who was the person that first thought this would be a good idea?
Yeah, well, I imagine they were high when they first came up with the idea. You know what? This probably was I'm gonna guess this person was on meth, so they're already having trouble sleeping. They're like, I don't understand. I just keep doing all this meth. I just do more and more meth, and I just can't get to sleep.
I know.
You know what I should do? I'm gonna grill some chicken with some
I'm hungry.
NyQuil.
When you're sleepy and you're hungry,
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
happy.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yes.
But yeah, who's worse? This is where I always wonder. Who's worse along the food chain here? The person that came up with the idea, or the person that heard the idea and was like, yeah, I think you're onto a winner, pal.
Well, it's definitely not me. So it's probably the guy who came up with the idea. But like, I would definitely have some questions of like, where'd you come up with this idea?
Why NyQuil?
And how'd it go? I imagine they're still alive.
I mean, you'd think so. There's got to be a lie to tell the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's where it's going to get deeper and darker. And next week, we're going to be talking about the in memoriam segment of Waffle Box. We talk about the people that
Your last Kush Hayes. He went to sleep and then he woke up dead.
But at least he slept with a full stomach.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's that bell going on in the background?
That's Rally Bell. Oh no, that's actually the N Judah.
The what?
Muni, the Muni train.
The beauty train.
Muni, M-U-N-Y.
Oh, Muni
Municipal
train.
Transit.
Oh, that's like your subway.
Mm-hmm. But it's above
Yeah,
ground.
adorable. Old San Francisco trying to have a subway like New York.
Oh, yeah, good subway. It's not open as late as New York, but it's a good subway. It's getting bigger too.
New York. The city never sleeps.
Expanding it.
Maybe they need some sleepy chicken, and then everyone will be happy.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, don't do that, kids. If you just take the NyQuil regularly and
Definitely
eat chicken regularly.
Kids. But adults, knock yourself the fuck out. Literally.
It's
by drinking NyQuil with chicken.
As with anything, it's always like if you like one thing and you like another thing, it's not necessary you need to merge the two. Like I like drinking alcohol, but I also like I've lost because you can literally mix drinking with anything, except for driving. Kids, don't do that.
Definitely don't drink and drive.
Well, there you go.
Put down on that one. No jokes.
Sleepy chicken. All right. Shall we move on? Should we talk about some world records?
I love me some world records.
Shall we talk about people that are doing things with their lives and getting their name in a book? Or is I don't know if the book's even still there anymore. Can you still get the print version of the Guinness Book of World Records, or is this the Guinness website?
I have a feeling it's something that like middle school children are still getting at the book fair.
Well, anyway, let's talk about some dumb world records in this week's dumbest world record of the week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
By the way, what you sipping on there, Mr. Hayes? Is that water because you're on the clock?
Just water. Yep, we are definitely on the clock, so it's all water. I should
Sneak
have got a cup of coffee though, because it's getting cold. But my bad.
Isn't it? I hate this time of year. Oh, I put something on my personal Twitter account earlier, which you can find at only Mike Fish. I changed it a little bit because I was so sick of saying at Mr. Mike Fish, Mr. Mike Fish. I had to spell it out because some people put Mr. M-I-S-T-E. So I was like, I'm going to change it. It's only Mike Fish. But yeah, it's just that time of year. It's that time of the year where it's like when you're in the sun's out, sun's shining on you. You're like, oh my God, this is a gorgeous day. I need to get my chest out so I can get some tan. I need to put my shorts on. But as soon as you step into the shade, you're like, fuck me, it's cold.
We also got the bay just right there. So like I'm looking at the Bay Bridge right now. So like all the Arctic wind is coming in. You know, Covey Cove is right around the corner. So it's just all the wind is happening right now. And that's pretty normal regardless of what day of the year it is.
Just Kush Hayes getting blown live on Waffle Box.
That would be nice.
Hey-oh. I don't think it would be nice for me. It'd be a bit awkward. Anyway,
you'd be fine. You shut up.
This world record.
Shut up. Let her do her there.
Would you like to promote yourself on the show?
That's how that sounds.
Anyway. Lovely. Speaking of This next world record comes from Bangkok. Funnily enough, it does as well. It does. Do you remember when we did that world record about the people that did the donuts? They made all those donuts and put a mosaic. Yes. It was wasteful. We disavowed them for wasting. This is of a similar thing. So a Bangkok hotel has earned a Guinness World Record by mixing a massive 167.4 gallon Negroni cocktail.
Okay. Yeah, that's fresh. 167 gallons. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to pronounce this incorrectly, I'm sure, but the Kimpton maa-lai, Bangkok, which is, I believe, is the hotel, announced...
Just fill in the swimming pool?
Well, they announced on Facebook it earned the Guinness World Record for the largest Negroni cocktail in a specially made container in its outdoor garden, the Urban Oasis Garden. Now, are you familiar with the Negroni cocktail? Because I'm not.
I know of it. I don't think.
Yeah, I know of it. I don't know what goes into it, so I didn't know whether if they actually got the right measurements down. If you are a barman or a barwoman, bar person, I don't know what the correct way of saying that is. If you're listening to this and you think, oh, you got that wrong, the measures, let us know at Waffle Box Pod. The cocktail contained about 55.5 gallons of gin, Campari, and Rosso vermouth.
Okay, Rosario vermouth.
So it's equal measures, 55 gallons of each. A Guinness adjudicator was on hand to verify the cocktail beat the previous record of 133.14 gallons, which was set at the Sicilian Butcher in Phoenix, Arizona. The Sicilian Butcher, sure, that's not an actual butcher, because that'd be like a waste of their time. But again, you know what? This one I at least get the thought process, because I'm assuming the Bangkok hotel, the Kimpton maa-lai, has a bar to it. You know, most hotels have bars. So I get, hey, let's draw attention to the bar by making a massive cocktail. I get it. But I'm pretty sure out of the 167 gallons of this thing, I'm almost certain at least 150 gallons of it went to waste.
I mean, you definitely want to give that to as many people as you could, just to make sure it doesn't go to waste. But how they achieve that, I don't know.
Hey, come on, watch us break the world record. Bring your cups, bring your own cups. And they could have the public walk past and just drag it into the big vat of cocktail. Negroni.
They definitely got designated servers for that. But I would absolutely hope that they would supply their own cups, not make the public bring cups with them. Otherwise,
what about when you get to the bottom of it, the dregs of it? It means someone's probably gonna have to get in there with a ladder and everything. It's gonna be nasty.
It's gonna be nasty.
Oh, that's nasty. Yeah. So, congratulations to the Kimpton maa-lai in Bangkok, breaking the world record. But stop being wasteful with world records. You know, there's families who
don't get to drink Negronis every night.
Don't get to drink Negronis, and there's probably or at least pass it out to. I don't know what the homeless situation is like in Bangkok, but
it ain't good.
It's not good. In that, there's a lot of them, or it's not good in that if you're caught being homeless, you're like, get off the streets in a nasty way.
Feeling it's a bad feeling all the way around.
But still, just go around to the, make them happy at least. Here you go, warm yourself up here on this Negroni. Help the community. That's all I'm saying. Right. People are enjoying themselves. There's some kids yelling in the background. You should go punch one of the children.
You can hear all that. That's amazing.
That'd be fun. Anyway, well, that brings us to the close of this first half of this episode of Waffle Box. Still to come. Yay. Everyone's having a good time. We're talking the greatest beer run ever in this week's movie review. We're also talking about the letter of the week in this week's Trapdoor segment, plus so much more when we come back after the Muni goes past and after this short break.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Was you thinking of having that beer? But my friend, it's only 10 a.m. Won't everyone judge you for drinking this early? Don't worry, we've got just the thing to help you. Your very own Waffle Box mug. And now, everyone will just think you're drinking coffee, so you can enjoy your morning beer judgment-free. Go to wafflemerch.com to get yours today.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome back to Waffle Box, episode 66. As always, I'm Mike Kush Hayes. Live on location at the
Big
what
Tech
stadium is it?
Stadium. Big Tech Stadium.
I'm assuming that's not the real name.
We're not revealing real names.
Yeah, they're not sponsoring us. If they want to plug, they can sponsor us. But yeah,
They can afford it.
So just to allow you, okay, just in case, because I, as everyone knows, I'm not a big fan of editing things. I don't like editing things. So what we record, that's what's going out. That's what the people are hearing. So just to kind of give you, if you are listening to this, just to give you a little heads up. So Kush may be interrupted at some point. He hopefully won't, but just in case he might do, they might be wondering why he's doing what he's doing in a public place. So his cover story is that I'm his was it cousin or brother-in-law?
My cousin
maybe?
in New Jersey. Cousin in New Jersey who's having a baby.
I'm not having a baby, but my significant other is having a baby. So if at any point while we're talking about maybe the movie, if all of a sudden I go, yeah, it's a couple of centimeters now. Oh, it's any time now.
Oh no! You're not actually in labor, fool. Like we're just talking about you just got the announcement. It's happy times.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, well, still,
and we're just FaceTiming about it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm happy for it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Private moment, sir.
I'm so excited.
Why am I wearing sunglasses? Because this is a bright future ahead of us, sir.
Yeah. Because I'm blind. Don't be so insensitive. Let's.
We gotta.
Yeah, let's keep this moving. Okay, anyway. So the middle of the show quiz this week, as Kush is talking about the greatest beer run ever in this week's movie review, I thought we'd do a little bit of a beer-themed quiz.
Okay, all right.
Unsurprisingly, this came quite easily to me. I quite liked coming up with this one. So, if you've never listened to a Waffle Box before, if you never got this far into the show, I'm going to give Kush 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 questions. Obviously, the name of the game is to try to get at least best 3 out of 5, but if he wants to get a grand slam, get the 5. If he gets this question correct, he hears this noise, which makes him happy. But unfortunately, if he does get it wrong, he hears this noise. Oh, which makes him sad. All right, Kush, are you ready? Have you done your research on beer?
I've been studying this for this quiz for 27 years, sir.
Oh.
Maybe longer. I'm not good at math.
All right, well, question number 1 on this week's quiz about beer. Which country hosts what is considered the oldest brewery in the world?
Germany.
For a bonus point, can you guess which century this brewery apparently opened up?
18th century?
the 11th century. This brewery apparently opened up in 1040.
Okay.
Someone's car alarm's going off, I think, or something.
Yep.
You're not adding to the tense ambiance, car owner. God damn it. Anyway, question number 2. From the last data, which was from 2017, what is the most popular beer in the world by global sales?
I'm going to guess Budweiser. I'm probably wrong.
Budweiser was number 2. Good shout, good shout. But the number, this is a fun fact, actually. This is one you could tell your friends, make yourself look smart. So the answer is a beer called Snow.
Oh, where's that from?
Which is from China, and it is sold only in China. And even though it's sold only in China, it sold more than double of Budweiser that year.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
China's like
a big place.
2/3 bigger than us already. So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Very cool.
Right, so, it's good fact, fun fact. All right, 1 for 1. All right, number 3. In which decade was the game beer pong widely said to be invented?
20th century.
Which decade?
Oh, 1990s.
The first game of beer pong was on record to be in 1950s. Who'd have done?
Really? Wow,
Who'd have done?
Not I.
20th century. Fucking hell. All right, question number 4. Try to get yourself back into this one. Which US president was the first to brew his own beer in the White House?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Surprisingly enough, it came as late as Mr. Barack Obama. Barack Obama was the first US president to brew beer.
Barry's brewing beer in the White House? The basement of the White House?
Why not? Why would. Back it.
Barry's brewing basement beer.
I'd have had a meth lab in there. What are they going to do? I'm the president, goddammit. You got yourself up, set yourself up, for afterwards. You're going to get 2 terms and then you're on your own. Get that money coming in. All right. So this one's just for pride now. Question number 5. In which decade, speaking of homebrewing, in which decade was it legal to homebrew beer across all 50 states?
All 56? 1960s?
You know what? It wasn't until 2013 when Mississippi and Alabama finally made it legal to brew your own beer at home.
Oh, weird.
Is it though? When you
actually
think
been on
about
top
it?
of it. Yeah.
If there was 2 states that would be that far behind the curve, Mississippi and Alabama, right? You think? It's one of those. It's like Mississippi and Alabama not making it legal to brew your own beer until 2013 is sort of like, if you go back a few episodes, it's like the Vince McMahon sex scandal. It's kind of like, I'm shocked but not surprised. There you go. Alabama. All right. Let's, as always, the next segment is Trapdoor segment. Let's get into that and let's delete some shit from existence.
Please.
It's the Trapdoor segment. This segment, we take 4 things that are in existence as of right now, and then we delete one from existence because, god damn it, there's too many people and there's too many things in this world. So we're doing the world a service by deleting one a week at a time.
You'll thank us later.
You will thank us later. When you got that little bit of more oxygen to breathe, I can feel there's one less annoying person in the world. You'll be thanking us. This week, I thought I'd start a new trend. We're going to go through the alphabet.
Okay.
Now, we're not going to be deleting a letter from the alphabet. That'd be crazy. Otherwise, spelling would be so hard. But this week, we're going to go through humans that begin with the letter. So this week is the letter A. So I'm going to give Kush Hayes 4 human beings with names beginning with the letter A. And he alone has to decide which one takes a trip down a trap door.
Hey, Aaron Abernathy. Bastard has been living the high life at the top of the phone book. Hey, Aaron Abernathy, first guy in the phone book.
Fucking Son of a bitch gets all the lucky breaks. Just because when lazy people are picking things. No. So here is the 4 choices that people So number 1, Avril Lavigne. Number 2, Andrew Garfield. Number 3, Ashton Kutcher. On number 4, Adam Driver. So one of these 4 people, you have to cull. You have to kill. Not kill necessarily. You know, we send them down the trapdoor. What happens after that? We don't know. We don't ask questions. But Avril Lavigne, Andrew Garfield, Ashton Kutcher, Adam Driver. Which one? Please show your working for the people at home so we can mark you correctly.
I mean, Adam Driver is just, not only is he a patriot, but he's a really good actor. Okay?
And he's a hunk.
And he's a hunk.
He is one of those, I think we've mentioned this before. I think I do remember, and now I'm saying it, but he is one of those people that you're like, that is one of the goddamn most handsome, ugly, weird looking people I've ever seen. He looks weird. He looks weird, but he's like, yeah, he's good looking.
But the charisma, like, just shoots right through that. Well, he's safe anyways. He's safe.
So we're down to 3.
Ashton Kutcher, you know what? People don't have to like his acting, but he's not a dumb dude. He's actually pretty good financialist.
I bet he's still collecting those punked checks. Oh,
he's definitely collecting those punk checks. Like, he's getting shit from like Thailand, all that stuff. So he's safe. Who is our boy? Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. Like, I think not only is he a great actor, but he's only getting better as he gets older. So Andrew Garfield, you're safe. Miss Avril Lavigne, I think we need to get you a sandwich, and I think we need to drop you down a trap door.
You think she peaked with Skater Boy?
Probably. I know I've heard some of her music, but I couldn't name one off the top of my head. Outside of I know that one. It's catchy.
I will say I did purchase with my own hard-earned cashery ruse Avril Lavigne's first album.
Okay.
Had some bangers on it. I will say that.
Well, it'll be a collector's item when she falls down the trapdoor.
You hear that, Mum and Dad? Don't throw that away.
You're welcome.
All that shit got left back in England. I didn't bring any of that. Fucking. Well, like, it's weird. It's like I don't want to throw it away. It seems like a waste, but at the same time, why would I want to bring it over to the United States? Like, I don't have a CD. I don't own a CD player anymore.
Those shipping charges are expensive.
Yeah, so I just go over there and fill my luggage with snacks because I'm that kind of guy. And, last time, remember when I went back to England and caught COVID, so I had to stay there, and now Spotify is gonna fucking list this as like, click here for COVID information. I'm not talking about COVID. I'm talking about how I had COVID. They did that last time. They did that.
Really?
Yeah. So because now if you scroll through our episodes on Spotify, one of them has like a click here for more information on COVID-19. It's like, oh, now you're gonna make us
that for our first episode of the year when I had COVID.
Oh, maybe, but it's like now you made it look like we're talking about some weird conspiracy theories and shit. No, we're just talking about experiences anyway. But anyway, yeah, I went there a couple of months ago now, and then I was going through the pantry, which is behind the Saquon Barkley jersey, and I found some chips that I bought. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot I had these. And I was so happy. Oh, so happy. Sorry, America is one of the greatest countries in the world. I salute you, but your chocolate sucks. You need to import more chocolate from Europe. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not mad about that. I think you're right.
Okay, this is now time. Since we've already been talking about movies at the beginning of the show, it's now time to review a movie. This week, though, it's a special one. It's a special one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring in the intro, and then I'll tell you why it's so fucking special. It's our time. Kush's movie review.
Kush's movie review.
Why is this so special, Mike? I hear you say I'll feed you baby birds. This week's movie is so special because I think for the very first time on Waffle Box in the 66 episodes of its existence, Kush Hayes is going to be reviewing a movie before it comes out. Oh yeah.
That is exciting. I
That's-
got a Regal Cinema chain
We're getting
had
that.
a Mystery Monday movie event.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them. Just you got the press pass because you're associated with Waffle Box. That's
We'll get our press pass again. Don't worry about that.
anyway,
But
yeah.
the greatest beer run ever. Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, Bill Murray, they're all in it. Directed by Peter Farrelly. If you're wondering why you know that name, he's done movies like Pinheads. Was that? No, Kingpins. The Kingpins, Dumb and Dumber.
Also starring Bill Murray. Not Dumb and Dumber. He wasn't in Dumb and Dumber.
Also did the Academy Award winning Green Book from like 3 or 4 years ago. So this movie was trying to swing for the fences. It was trying to get this all-star cast. It's trying to get a little gold trophy nomination in March. Will it?
It's a true story, so they normally do well.
It is a true story based on a book of the same name, The Greatest Beer Run Ever, and it's about this dude during the Vietnam era who's just really aloof and kind of a flake and just really irresponsible. And someone gives him the idea, like, it'd be great right now. We could visit our buddies over in Vietnam and just give them a beer, just say thank you. And it's one of the stupidest ideas one has ever thought of, but it's also like one of the sweetest ideas ever executed. So Zac Efron, sure enough, he does.
What's up?
He does.
Those for the listening of the audio version, some guy just walked past the camera. Yeah, we're filming here. Jesus Christ. The unprofessionalism of these people. Anyway, carry on.
Sure to let them know that, little brother. But anyways, Zac Efron jumps on a merchant marine tugboat, gets a whole duffel bag full of beer to Vietnam, and then finds out, oh shit, war is real. And war is really scary. It's 2 hours long. It's done really well. I had a good time watching it. It actually comes out on Apple TV Plus this Friday. It does also be in limited release. But I would actually recommend, if you have the Apple TV, go see this. If you want to see it in a theater, maybe not necessarily worth it. But it's really well done. Tells a story that you actually haven't heard about in too many Vietnam movies about an incident called the Tet Offense. You kids will have to do your homework on that. But basically, like, the Viet Cong came up to the United States. It's like, hey, we got a New Year's coming up. Do you mind if we take a couple days off of the war? We not war for a couple days. They're like, ceasefire. This could mean, like peace talks. This would be very good, beneficial for everyone. Yes, we'll take the day off from war. And then on New Year's, they're like, psych, war. Bombing the shit out of the city of Tet.
The bastards.
Oh, Saigon. Excuse me. Tet's the holiday. Saigon's the country. So, anyways, he gets caught up in that crazy shit. They do a really well job showing just how brutal that fucking thing was. Russell Crowe plays a photographer. He's in it for maybe 10 minutes. Bill Murray, again, maybe in it for less than 5 minutes.
Oh, that's disappointing.
They're all right. They do
I hate it when they put people in trailers when they're only in it for a split, like, little minute. That's mean.
Did you see the trailer? Because I never saw the trailer for this. I just went in blind.
I wouldn't be able to narrate it for you, but yeah, they're all the heavy hitters are in it.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's really well done. I'm giving it a low 4, maybe give it a high 3, but it's solid. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for it to come out this Friday, and I'm gonna get my mom to see it because she lived through all that shit just down the street.
What, she lived in Vietnam?
During the conflict, she was a DJ.
What?
Yeah.
That's what?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll have to talk about that another time.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh, Mama Hayes with the wiki wah and the ones and twos. Ah. Was she a vinyl girl?
I mean, no, they were using cassettes, but not like the cassettes you and I grew up with. Like, might as well just call them 8-tracks, but I think they're even different from that.
Damn. Yeah, we've uncovered something there. But rudely, the wind seemed to interrupt you, so I just want to double check and catch it. Did you just say a low 4 out of 5?
Low 4 out of 5.
Low 4 out of 5. Is this one of those? I feel this is one of those stories that kind of relies. This is going to sound stupid, so hear me out. Relies too much on it being a true story, because if you didn't know this was a true story, you'd be like, "This story's dumb. This doesn't make any sense."
I hear what you're saying. I think even if it wasn't a true story, it's still a sweet story. Again, like this guy was literally threw himself in harm's way to just visit his friends and like go, "Hey, how you doing? It's Dickie.
And
You want a cold one?"
Wait, what took you in here?
He gets they ask that a lot. Like, what are you doing here?
Do you want a bit? Oh, I'm working right now.
One guy literally has to run 200 meters across a war zone as active shooters are firing on him. And he's like, "What?" Like that keeps coming up a lot in the movie. Like, he brought us a beer? What?
We're kind of busy right now, but
that also comes up like, yeah, we're very busy right now. Like, you shouldn't be here. So,
what a knobhead! What a sweet knobhead, I guess. Oh, I'm kind of upset though that New Year's ceasefire didn't work out, because it reminds me of
a lot of people are upset about that.
It reminds me of a wonderful story. I believe it was the First World War, if I'm correct, when on Christmas Day, one of the years during the war, German troops and British troops, which I think they were actually Scottish, but they're British still, whatever. But, you know, just in case anyone goes, "Oh, they were Scottish." So German and Scottish troops on Christmas Day just kind of went, "Hey, do you want to have a game of football?" And they were like, yeah, all right. And so they stopped fighting for like a couple of hours and just had a game of football.
Didn't they make a movie out of that called Victory?
I believe they did.
That sounds like something they make a movie on.
And I still am shocked, because this would be a huge moneymaker, just because of like, no one's doing anything in England on Christmas Day. So why not do like for charity, do a celebrity, England or Britain, a British team versus Germany Christmas Day special. Make so much money for charity. It'd be great, but no one's ever done it.
There's a great story about the U.S. Embassy went up to the Harlem Globetrotters and went, "Hey man, there's like a civil war going on in like Nicaragua or somewhere. You want to go to Nicaragua and make them just cease fire for a day and just have a basketball game?" And they did. And guess what? There was a ceasefire for the whole day. But it was like, one side of the arena was the Reds and the other side was the Blues. But they all just watched the basketball. It was great. It's a really cool story.
People holding. Is that guy balancing that basketball in his nose? What the fuck? Fuck this shit. I want to watch this guy. Have you ever been to a Harlem Globetrotters game?
No.
I went ironically one time. They were in London doing a couple of shows, and it's so much fun. It's so much pro wrestling as well. It's hilarious. Like, you'll get the coach of the other team, whoever, I don't know if they have a name, if they change it, which depending on which town they're in. It was like the guy who was coaching the other team, not the Harlem Globetrotters. He would come out and on the microphone at halftime and be like, "Hey, you guys need to stop cheering these Globetrotters because they suck, just like insert local sports team here." Oh, boo!
Nice.
Great stuff. But yeah, so there you go. There's your little sneak peek at the greatest beer run ever, available on Apple TV Plus. Your streaming service provided by Apple, as they like to say on the radio commercials, just in case you're stupid enough not to work that out for yourself. Coming out this Friday, or last Friday, depending on where you listen to this.
September 30th.
September 30th. There you go. speaking, so that was a nice feel-good story. A couple of feel-good stories in there. Let's talk about another feel-good story in. Oh, actually, before we get to the feel-good story, let's just do some, housekeeping, as they like to say. If you aren't already doing this, make sure you subscribe to your preferred platform. If you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Good Pods, wherever it is, if you're listening to the audio version, make sure you hit that follow or subscribe button. Maybe even leave us a review if you can. That'd be nice. We'd appreciate it. If you are watching the video version on YouTube again, smash that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps us get found more. Smash it! Super appreciative, and all the links where you can find us for downloads, socials, and all that stuff. Make sure you gotta enjoy wafflebox.com. Appreciate ya. Anyway, let's wrap up this week's show as we always do, so we all leave feeling all warm and fuzzy inside with this week's feel good story of the week.
Coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Anyway, actually, this week's feel good story kind of does lend itself to the very sexy theme song for that jingle. This feel good story comes to us from the land of Cuba. Cuba. So finally, Cuba held a national referendum this past week whether they should legalize same-sex marriage. And as the American propaganda from a little while ago, not going to bring that up, not going to try to rub any salt in any wounds, but Cuba's not a nice place, apparently. But apparently, 2/3 of the population voted to approve reforms in a new quote-unquote family code, which not only allows same-sex marriage, but also will now allow surrogate pregnancies and give gay couples the right to adopt children. Go Cuba. You're a bit late to the party, but whatever. At least you're here. At least you're here.
Better late than never.
As you won't be shocked to find out, there was significant opposition to the reforms amongst religious groups and conservatives. Who'd have thunk? But yes, this marks a big moment for Cuba, which saw gay people persecuted and sent to working camps as recently up to the 1960s and 1970s. So the fact that this is a fantastic thing, that currently law requires 50% of voters to approve for the law to be adopted. But yeah, over 2/3 in Cuba voted for the quote-unquote family code to give rights to the old gays. Good old gays. Finally, Cuban gays, you can get kids and be as miserable as the heteros. Yeah, but I was like, I get it. Like, hey, give them, if they want to, they should be allowed to. But why? Why would you want to? Kids are fucking. Fucking hell. I think I went into that last week, didn't I? I really need to stop ranting about kids. But there you go. Hats off to Cuba.
Good job, Cuba.
Good job, Cuba. Well, this was a fun little episode. Nice to see you outside.
Yeah,
Get a little bit of color, even though it's dark now. Oh, there goes the Muni. People who are not in San Francisco or New Jersey are probably like, what the fuck are they talking about right now? But there you go.
There we go. So that's my view right now.
The Invisible Man is the one that's filming you. Hey,
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting, nice little backdrop of the actual ballpark. So
I would have liked to have gotten that for you too, but it's extenuating circumstances would have prevented it. And yeah.
Well, let's call a spade a spade. The Wi-Fi sucks in every stadium worldwide for some reason.
I mean, we're on the Wi-Fi right now. So
yeah, but you're outside. You're not really in the depths of it. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. But yeah,
Anyway,
so you'll be back in Waffle Box Studios next week.
Yep.
Wonderful stuff. Yes, if you do like our voices and you want to think, hey, I like these guys, I want to follow them on social media, see what else they do the rest of the week, you can follow me at only Mike Fish. You can follow this guy
at Kush_Hayes.
At Kush_Hayes. Normally, I allow him time to promote his other podcast ventures, but because he's being a lazy bum by I'm working. Oh, what a crappy excuse. Unfortunately, there's no microdose this week. New microdose this week. However, I do go back and listen to the last microdose if you haven't already done it, where he interviews the name that escapes me, professional wrestler
Kakameg.
What?
Kakameg.
What did you call me? I set you up for that one because that's like cocking me.
You're so silly, cousin.
Anyway, yeah, it's a great story. I won't spoil too much of it, but he's a professional wrestler hyping up his upcoming show. But then you find out, oh my god, he has a little bit of history with Mr. Hayes. It's a fun little story, fun little tale. Check it out. Search for.
Thanks for listening to it.
Of course. The
BosNet.family.
Or just search on Spotify where I podcast micros. But yes, BosNet.family. But the podcast that this joker over here performs. Until next week. As Maps has taught me anything, it'll be episode 67. We'll be back next week. So until then, take care of yourselves. And each other.
That's all, folks.